That's right. We have Sammy with us, and Sammy's got something that I'm not gonna lie, I have questions about. I love that poster right behind you, by the way. Actually, both of them. Good job. The marketing is going really good this year, by the way. La Femme has really hit it up a notch with the selection. The posters are like, it makes you want to like look. I like that already looks good. Sammy, what's going on over there?
Hi, how are you, Erin? Thanks so much. I appreciate your admiration of my poster. Made it myself. This is my first script, first film, and then I make music too. So my own original music scores the film. Um, I'm interested to see what your questions are, though, in regards to the film. It's an autobiographical, dark, romantic comedy. um, but yeah, it's kind of me bearing my soul. I use it as my cinematic expression of hurt people hurt people. Um, I experienced like heartbreak very young, uh, and just crazy betrayal. And it turned me into someone that I did not like and did not want to be. And actually, like this year, I had a huge shift within myself and realized I was living so inauthentically to who I want to be. Um, and so I kind of like blew up my own spot. um, and yeah, now I have this like really dope film, but it's kind of my villain story, but also like my villain backstory a little bit.
Okay, and you're right. I have so many questions on this. Okay, first of all, I love the poster, and I'm telling you right now, it needs to be like, and I haven't seen it. I haven't seen any, and it kind of keeps it fresh. But sometimes I go, shoot, should have seen that because I had a better question. But here's a question, and I don't think people are really doing it. We kind of have one. They did like a music video, but I love that you did this, and I want to put this out there so that people understand because it's a great way of looking at it. The name of it is Savage Sam. That's number one. Number two, it is a short. You need to be aware of that. But you did it on something that in the description it says autobiographical dark rom-com scored by own original. Trying to click on the rest. But it's your own original music. Now, and I said this to someone yesterday. I said, look, it's very simple. Why don't you get with someone that's really big and go with the lyrics, but make a movie out of it in a way? Maybe I didn't say it, but that's what I meant to say. You did that on your own thing. And I love that you did that. I love that it's kind of like your own story. I always say how much is real and how much is not real. But right. So the question I have is, at what point did you say I'm going to make? Because you do music, obviously, it's a very difficult thing. Did you do the lyrics? Did you do the beat? Like, what would you describe the first thing, which is, and I think it's this. It's the music that you put right, and then you made the movie on it, or did you ever have the movie in mind?
The movie came to be like in November, but I had been working on the album. The album was already complete when I actually wrote the script. I was actually watching a movie on Netflix called Purple Hearts with Sophia Carson. And I was so inspired because she sings the soundtrack. She's the executive producer and she's the star of the film. And I was like, boss lady, like I want to be that.
Yeah.
Like I want to
Yeah.
do that.
Yeah.
As soon as I finished watching the movie, I grabbed my laptop and wrote this script in 2 days. Now, I have to admit, there were some things in the movie that I hadn't yet lived out. So I had to redraft once I stepped fully into my authenticity. So the first draft it was very vanilla. Like it was very safe. It was not like, it was very like, that was fine, you know? And then
Right.
once I really was like, no, if you're going to tell this story, like be for real. Cause it was called Savage Sam, but you didn't actually see my savage. And so I had to really get real with myself and be like, okay, yeah, these people have hurt you, but like, who have you hurt? Who have you betrayed? Who have you hurt? Like that? So Savage Sam to me is like my alter ego. I've always known that I have this light, happy go lucky kind of personality, but I also have a very polar opposite version of myself that, I think makes the bright brighter, but also you see the dark and you're like, oh, I'm a little scared.
Watch out. Watch out. Okay.
Yeah.
And I'm glad you did that. And I love that you put that there. Now, and I have a question, all right? Because there's a lot of people looking for work right now. Okay. And you did it. You're like, obviously, okay, there's only so much you could do. People sometimes do, and I've seen people do it. They put it on Instagram, they put it on other stuff. They do their music and then they do a video on them or they pose for it. But you did something a little more than that, right? You put a team together.
Yeah. Yeah, this is my first time pulling together a team, which was the most incredible experience. My director, Justin Frick, he's from Spokane, Washington. He actually specializes in music videos. He is incredible. I met him back in 2016 on one of the first web series I ever booked as an actress, and got really close with that team. And I mean, spoiler alert, that was the team that I actually did not treat the best and inspired a lot of this film. But I'm so grateful that I was able to have his creative eye, because he's just incredible. And the rest of the team, cast and crew, like really came together so divinely, because I had written this in November of last year. And as an actress, I've been an actress since 2015 professionally, and have built up my contacts, and just kind of picked here and there, and also had people that saw me but I had never really interacted with. And when I was like, hey, I need a gaffer, my gaffer Chris Sheff, he was like, I'll do it. I was like, oh, sweet. So the team itself just came together so seamlessly. Like, this was the most divinely aligned project I've ever done. And it was like definitely the biggest, kind of the scariest, honestly, because I'm bare in my soul. But I had a team of 14 people that just blew me away with how much support that they could bring in to help bring this to life.
Yeah.
But also just so unexpected. Like, I'm still blown away at some of the little like gems that I feel like God put on this project for me. But I'm really into like law of attraction, and like you have to speak into existence like what you want, and you have to have that positive outlook. And I'm having like a little spacey moment. Sorry.
No. And there's sound. I'm going to have to figure that out. But the point is this, and I'm glad you said that, because it is a team. And, I'm looking at the directed by, and some people, they directed themselves, and or they have input. And I've been there on a set where I was like, they didn't let the director do anything. They told him what to do, and I'm like, that you want them to be a cinematographer. So, but sometimes you have a eye, and you go, I want that, and that's called input. And I say actors should do that, instead of just like, because sometimes I've been in conversations in the room where people go, why did they do that with that, like position? I didn't know they did that. I say, look at the footage first. If you look at behind the scenes of big actors, even big actors will do this. Can I see it really quick? Or they look with the crew and they go, okay. And they see and they go, can we do it again? Do it again, because you can, right? And when you do this, you have something forever. And now other people, I'm not gonna lie, that poster like says a lot. But when I see it, I'm not gonna say, ooh, she can act even better. Ooh, she could write what? She could do a music what? Like, I said something to someone yesterday, like A League of Their Own, and I said, look, A League of Their Own had Madonna, but Madonna promoted it, so you could do that, right?
Yeah, what I wanted to add to just to finish the thought, a lot of these stories in the film, I feel like God was like, if you want to become this new person, you have to stop telling this story. You have to forgive yourself, also like kind of make amends and kind of come clean in order to have a reset. And this film holds such a special place in my heart, because it holds so much sentimental value, and like really represents an old version of me. And to also add to your thought on the framing of every scene, I was so grateful to have Justin be like, okay, let's storyboard. And I had never storyboarded. He literally sketched like the first few of our scenes. Like, we sat at a nearby Mexican restaurant and like just sketched out and like had a margarita and chips, and we're like, okay, like how do we want this to look? And we really wanted to be able to have, I remember expressing to him, like, I wanted to impact the emotions of the viewer, not only with the music and the story, but with the visual. Because everything placed in a film, I think, should have significance. I think should hold meaning. I think it makes the story more interesting, more captivating. And if you're gonna watch something, don't you want to feel something? Like, at least for me, I want to just, especially as a storyteller with music and acting, to kind of step more into, okay, now be in control of what are you showing people? Because as an actress, I get to show them different emotions and things like that. But to kind of share the director side with my director, Justin, he already had the visual and I had the acting. So it was like a really cool team, because then I could talk to my actors and be like, okay, cool. But every single one of my actors, like, honestly killed it for me. I was like, wow, I was so grateful. And actually, my the girl that plays the role of Amanda, my best friend, her name is Sophie Claire Cooper. She won Best Actress at one of the first festivals that we were in. And then I recently took home from the Studio City Film Festival Best Actress. So hers was for ARFF, Around the World Film Festival in Paris.
Got it.
So, yeah, so that was so exciting. So I had already felt so confident and grateful for the performances of my cast, but then to see the recognition from other festivals, it was just confirmation of like, yeah, like, this is so fun.
Oh, I'm glad you said that, and I'm glad you brought the fun to La Femme, because it's 2023. I've been doing this for a lot of years with La Femme. I got brought on kind of last minute, talking about like everything kind of aligning. You go, I've had so many people talk. You said context, and I want to put this out there to everyone watching, anyone tuning in. Even in the business world, you want to put your context together. Some people lose touch. And I go, don't lose touch, because you know who works with you eventually. They may move on, but you should check in and check in on them, and then say, okay, we can work together again. Because then you go, oh, I got another project. Or you get with someone that has a project, you go, I got a team. Then they're happy, right? Because it's all about the monies. Now, I'm glad you did this. It's, again, a short, I have so many questions. We're out of time, unfortunately. We got a lot of people today. But I think, if anything, I'm going to say good job. And you know what? I'm glad you did the music video / it really is a movie, but good job. And then good job teaming up with the director and saying, and I'm glad he did that, because it's really about storyboards sometimes. It's like, what are you looking for? I have a visual. Sometimes you look at other stuff, you go, I like that, and that. And you give them several movies, you go, oh, okay, I get it. Because the director can see it. They have their own input. If you know what they direct, then you go, but if you go with shots, then it goes really good, and then it goes more smooth, right? Because you go, that no, not that, I want that. And they go, oh, even better. And then if you do it over margaritas, everybody's happy. Put some guacamole in, some chips, and you're good, right?
Exactly. I had also made a tone and a mood board for him per his request. And I was like, all right, cool. So each scene, I knew the feel that I wanted with in regards to the visual look of it. So I had like pulled from the internet from different movies and shows, and just like different color boards and vibes. I remember in one of the first tone boards, it was just a little girl like laying on the floor crying in like a messy kitchen.
Yeah.
And that was like I was like, kind of that energy. Like,
go with that. All right.
yeah, exactly.
I can't wait to see it. It's happening. It's going to happen at the Regal. Look, man, it is good for someone to be like at the Regal Cinema, because have you been there to LA, the Regal Cinema, and like seen like a movie, like, I don't know, anything?
This actually screened for the first time at the LA Shorts at Regal Cinema. So this is going to be its second time at the Regal. So I'm so excited. It airs Thursday the 19th at 2 p.m.
Okay, awesome. Even a reason to get there. And then if you can watch anywhere, just watch, because we have teamed up. We're a hybrid, so you can watch it from anywhere. So you cannot say, I cannot make it. I'm not in the area. I don't think so. They say, oh, traffic, or oh, I got to work. No, just support. Buy a ticket. Right, yeah. Click on the link. It's Eventive. Okay, thank you so very much, Sammy. Congratulations, and we'll see you probably. Are you going to the party?
Yeah, I'll see you Thursday.
Okay, we'll see you there. All right, we'll be right back right after this.